Have you ever wondered how others perceive you? The answer might surprise you. In this video, we dive into the law of the mirror and explore how your self-perception influences how the world sees you. Discover powerful insights that can transform your outlook and your life.
Life often puts us in situations where we desperately seek to be seen and understood. We want to be accepted, valued, to feel that we matter. But have you ever thought that the way you see yourself has a lot to do with how others perceive you? This is what they call the law of the mirror. It's the idea that your perception of yourself is what others reflect back to you. If you look in the mirror and see yourself with love, confidence, and respect, then the world is more likely to return that same gaze. But if you see yourself with judgment, criticism, and doubt, that too will be reflected in how others see you. Imagine having a mirror in front of you all the time. If that mirror is dirty with insecurities, fears, and negative thoughts, that's what you'll see and what you'll show the world. But if you clean it, if you fill it with light and self-love, then what it projects will be different. We all have our strengths and our not-so-great qualities. Learning to accept them is the first step. Nobody's perfect, and that's okay. Sometimes it's really hard to accept our imperfections. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with unattainable images of perfection. Ideal bodies, perfect lives on social media, endless success. We compare ourselves to these standards, and inevitably, we feel like we don't measure up. But the truth is, no one is perfect, and that's okay. Accepting our strengths and weaknesses doesn't mean resigning ourselves to them. It means recognizing them and learning to live with them in a healthy way. We all have aspects of our personality or our life that we'd like to improve. Maybe you're someone who worries too much, or someone who tends to procrastinate. Maybe you have insecurities about your appearance or your abilities at work. It's normal. We all carry our own burdens. First, it's important to recognize and celebrate our strengths. Maybe you're incredibly empathetic, someone who always knows how to make others feel better. Or perhaps you have a great talent for problem solving, or you're creative and have a special gift for art. These strengths are part of what makes you unique and valuable. Take time to reflect on them and be grateful for what you're capable of. Accepting yourself also means recognizing and valuing these positive aspects. At the same time, we need to accept our weaknesses. We all make mistakes. We all have areas where we're not as strong, and that's okay. Accepting our weaknesses doesn't mean we can't work to improve them, but it does mean we need to stop punishing ourselves for them. If you tend to be overly self-critical, try to be more compassionate with yourself. Ask yourself, would I talk to a friend the same way I talk to myself? The answer is probably no. So why do it to yourself? Imperfection is what makes us human. It's what allows us to connect with others in an authentic way. When we accept our imperfections, we become more understanding and empathetic towards the imperfections of others. This strengthens our relationships and allows us to create deeper, more sincere connections. The beauty of life is not in being perfect, but in being authentic. Accepting who you are, with all your virtues and flaws, is the first step toward any positive change. Without acceptance, any effort to improve or change will be based on denial and rejection. And that's not sustainable in the long term. When you accept your weaknesses, you can address them in a healthier, more realistic way. You can identify what you want to change, why you want to change it, and how to do so in a way that's kind to yourself. cultivate self-love. Try to speak to yourself with kindness and respect, just as you would to a good friend. Self-love is as powerful as it is essential in our lives, but it's often one of the hardest things to practice. Since childhood, we're taught to be kind to others, to show compassion and respect toward friends and loved ones. But we're rarely taught to direct that same kindness and respect toward ourselves. Loving yourself isn't an act of selfishness or narcissism, but a basic necessity for your emotional and mental well-being. Self-love is the foundation upon which self-esteem and self-confidence are built. It's the act of recognizing your intrinsic worth, regardless of your achievements or external validation. One of the most effective ways to cultivate self-love is through the language you use with yourself. We're often our own worst critics, harshly judging ourselves for our mistakes and punishing ourselves for our imperfections. But have you ever stopped to think about how you talk to yourself? Imagine a good friend comes to you with a problem or a mistake they've made. How would you respond? You'd probably offer words of comfort, understanding, and support. You'd remind them of their qualities and encourage them to move forward. Now think about how you talk to yourself in a similar situation. Is your tone just as encouraging? Probably not. Self-love is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when you feel incredible about yourself, and other days when you struggle with self-criticism and doubt. And that's okay. The important thing is to keep working on it, to be patient with yourself, and to always remember that you deserve love and respect. So start today. Look in the mirror and say something kind. Recognize your achievements no matter how small. Forgive yourself for your mistakes and move forward. You are worthy of love, not because you're perfect, but because you are you. And that's more than enough. Practice gratitude and focus on the positive. This doesn't mean ignoring problems, but rather shifting your focus to what strengthens you. Positive thinking isn't about living in a fantasy world where everything is perfect and there are no problems. It's about how we choose to see and respond to life's challenges and difficulties. Practicing gratitude and focusing on the positive can significantly transform our perspective, our resilience, and ultimately, our happiness. Gratitude is a powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset. When we practice gratitude, we focus on the good things that already exist in our lives, rather than obsessing over what we lack or what's going wrong. Each day, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small things, like a hot cup of coffee in the morning, or big things, like the health of your loved ones. When something good happens, take a moment to appreciate it and feel gratitude. It could be a compliment at work, a beautiful sunny day, or a pleasant conversation with a friend. Acknowledging these moments as they happen can help you maintain a positive attitude. Take time to thank the people who make your life better. It could be a simple thank you to someone who helped you, or a note of gratitude to a friend or family member. Expressing gratitude not only strengthens your relationships, but it also reinforces your own sense of appreciation and happiness. Focusing on the positive doesn't mean ignoring problems or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. Instead, it's about choosing to see opportunities and lessons in the difficulties. When faced with a challenge, try to refocus your energy on how you feel and act in every situation. Find something positive, no matter how small. If you lose your job, you could see it as an opportunity to explore a new career that you're more passionate about. If you face illness, you could focus on the opportunity to strengthen your body and mind through new, healthy habits. The people and environment around you influence your mindset. Surround yourself with people who support and motivate you, who see the bright side of life. Also, create a physical environment that inspires you and makes you feel good. This could include decorations you like, music that lifts your mood, or organized spaces that reduce stress. It's important to maintain a balance between optimism and reality. Being positive doesn't mean ignoring problems or being naive about challenges. It means facing problems with a constructive attitude and looking for solutions, rather than getting stuck in pessimism. It's natural to feel sad, angry, or frustrated at times. Instead of suppressing these emotions, allow yourself to feel them and then look for ways to move forward. Acknowledging and processing your emotions is a crucial step in maintaining a balanced mindset. Optimism shouldn't be a denial of reality. Evaluate your situations objectively, but with the confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. Having a realistic vision allows you to prepare better and make informed decisions. Failures and mistakes are part of life.
If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't hesitate to do so and share it with someone who might need it. Here at Luminous Stories, you'll find answers, even when you're in the middle of the storm.